Coming to you live from somewhere around the world. It's the one, the only, the man who's a bit silly, and the man who will make the next minutes of your life beautiful.
It's your boy. It's your boy Amreezy, one of the greatest intros on YouTube.
It's your boy.
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 It's your boy, Amreezy, and I'm back with another Planet MFL video where we leave planet Earth. We're sick of it. It's rubbish. It's going to waste. We're burning the planet. Climate change. It's a crisis. But we escape all of those thoughts and we head over to the metaverse. That's what Planet MFL is all about. We head over to MFL. We're usually joined by a guest, a different MFL manager, and this time it's a big guest. It's a Mr. of a guest. No offense to other sexualities are available. Didn't need to say that bit. It's a K of a guest. It's not ketamine. It's Mr. K. Welcome to the channel, Mr. K. Sorry for saying ketamine.
It's fine. It's fine. The C word, is that correct?
Yeah, we'll try and avoid that one.
Just just to say, I feel like we have to clarify these on live streams now after the Christmas debacle. So yeah, no C word. Right, got it. Yeah, cool.
After we ruined it for ourselves.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll behave.
First observation: have you had a haircut? Your hair looks a bit trimmer.
Yeah, slight haircut today. Yeah. The one thing I noticed as soon as I walked out after having said haircut is, damn, my ears are cold. Because usually it's covered by the hair and it's freezing here. So yeah, not much fun. But yeah, had a haircut, look a bit more reputable, I guess. Yeah. Less homeless than I have been looking recently. Not that anyone could tell on the most recent Yacht TNXP pod, because anybody who has, it's only been out for 40-something minutes. I'm not on that. I am, but I'm not. You're on camera.
In spirit.
You can hear me, which I don't know if that's better or worse, but yeah, you can hear me, but you can't see me.
Is it the same problem the episode before, where like you were doing tactics and then you suddenly disappeared, but then you came back?
No, that was the internet connection just decided to go nah, and then there was a problem with the router, and I had to debug the router basically to get back online. No, problem this one again. Literally the webcam just packed in. Don't have a clue why. Tested it, nothing's working. So the new one was supposed to be here this evening. And it might well still be near here this evening, but it depends if Amazon actually pull the finger out and actually deliver to the right address.
If you were listening, Amazon, prioritize that one from the deliveries, please. Just push it up the order.
Well, apparently there's two of this same address in Leeds. And I was like, I didn't know that. So they went to the other Leeds version of this address. I don't know how, but there you go. They've delivered here many times. So yeah, my new mic and new camera should be with me shortly. So I'm using the laptop at the moment. At the moment, it's holding up. I just knew there was not a chance it was going to hold up trying to record the Yacht TNXP podcast, because it's absolutely ancient, this laptop. And as I do all the recording and editing, I thought I'm not having anything to do with it on ours. No chance. But we should be fine tonight, I hope.
We should be. We'll get by. Worst case scenario, we've got SLD in the chat. Worst case scenario, we've got emotional support.
We do like a bit of solid lard. I think surely it's solid lard.
Solid lard. Yeah, it's definitely solid lard.
Yeah.
Speaking of slippery substances like lard, slippery fish. More like baby, Mark. You have lost the 2 years, I think, off your age. So.
I know. I'll probably start getting ID'd again. I'm 35 years old, but I probably still get ID'd when I go out and about. It always happens when I get a haircut. But yeah, one of my co-owners in silver and gold this season, Mr. Fish. Yes.
Oh, wait, how does that work? Like he buys the club and lets you manage it, or the other way around, or?
With three of us, all chip in and basically pay for the license. Then we contribute players to it. Fish kind of contributes some players to it. And we all get 25% rev share. And then the other 25% is usually for whoever's managing to secure loans. And anything left over, the manager gets to keep as like a Brucey bonus.
I like it.
So yeah,
Amazon, deliver some progression, please. Little topical MFL joke there, just to kick the start off.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. I'll be honest, and I don't want to boast. I'm not having that issue this year in terms of progression. Progression seems to be going okay for me, but I think I saw an interesting conversation the other day going on in the MFL general. people saying as Holiday Heroes had a knock-on effect, because obviously we had that
yeah.
minted play at start Holiday Heroes, and I was saying, joining it, will the progression come from last season, or would it be like eating up a bit of this season's? Because I wasn't sure. But yeah.
Well,
maybe
if you've
that's
not had that
something
problem, that disproves the theory, surely, because you would have less progression.
It depends. I mean, what I mean by that is I've got 748 players. In terms of progression this season, now I'm just having a quick look. Try and get an idea of just how many players have got at least a +1.
P. Tizzy's on one this year.
What's that?
P. Tizzy, as he appears without
his
first name.
Yeah, he's a new mint.
Whoa.
263. I know 263 of my players have got a +1 this year. He's a new mint. He's just hit tier jail and he's suddenly slowed up. But he was a new mint. He was a player who had gone +2 after like the second or third game day, and I started getting $3 offers from him. I was like, why are they offering me $3? And then I took a closer look and I went, that's why. And yeah, he's motoring at what's that? +2 at pace. 3 in shooting, 8 in passing, 2 in dribbling, 5 in defending, 2 in physical. I just like the fact he's got versatility as well.
Yeah. That's kind of, this is the dream player when you're buying those $1 players or the common packs. This is what you always dream of. Like, what if he goes up by +5 in his first season, though?
Yeah. What I keep doing, because I've got loads of teams. I think most people know that now. I've got 27 that I'm managing this year because I've got 9 clubs out on loan. I've started out my own club delegation process.
This
everything ice and below, I literally don't care where they finish in the league. If one gets relegated, well, I've got a Spark team. Cool. If they get to a Flint, cool. I've got a Flint team because I've got somewhere to play everyone, which is what I've been doing. I never would have noticed this Tizzy guy because he started out at the start of the season as 49 rated. Because his positions, he had a starting spot. And he's going mental. So what I do now is sort of every 3 to 4, maybe 5 match days, I review all the teams on progression and change what would be the first choice 11 based on progression, and go from there. And just rotate fitness. And yeah, it's going pretty well. I wish these players that are retiring though would they sod off with their progression? Like, why?
It's just rubbing it in. Doesn't make sense.
I know.
It's like, I'm gonna call it a day, but I've just got really good at finishing and passing all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's like I'm looking at this. One of he's what 8th on my list. He's got +2 this season. He's into his second retiring year, and he's gone +2. He's now an 80 rated right back. He's barely played, but he's going. He can piss off now. Then go away.
Yeah.
Release. Anyway, swearing okay?
Oh yeah, swearing's okay. Yeah, it used to not be okay when I first started, but then I was like, they're all over 18 if they're playing MFL anyway. So
well, they should be. They should be. They should be.
Oh, controversial.
How's your progression going, mate?
I think it's average. It's like a third of the agency, which I've heard is kind of a good.
That's not bad.
Sort of. It feels slower than last year. Let's go. The one I was most excited about was Kosher because he went up 2 days ago. He progressed. And last season, he had 0 progression. And I thought, you know what? That's it. He's reached the kind of flattening of the curve. No progression last year. This is it. I'll be okay. 675 striker. Let's run him till he retires. But then 2 days ago, he went up by +1. And now I'm like, oh, maybe we're not done here. Maybe there's a little... In his 30s, maybe we have a little peak.
Yeah, I like his stats for a striker. You've got the pace, you've got the shooting, you've got the physical. That's the sort of, even though he's 76 rated, he's got the high pace, the high shooting, the high physical. I found this with one of my guys. He's low in physical mind, but it'll be dribbling. And weirdly, passing contributes to their overall a reasonable amount. Yeah, because one of my strikers who was 83 and he's really dragging his heels on progressing. He went to 84 this season. He got it in passing and he went up to 84. It's like, it doesn't matter. I don't want him to pass.
Yeah, he's got conservative passing. He doesn't need the passing.
They've no individual instructions. And I won't. People can disagree as much as they wish. Yeah, nope. Not a single club, not a single one of my teams is running a single individual instruction. And it might be because I'm crap at individual instructions in this engine. That's fine. But every test I do and every set of data shows I'm running individual instructions to get worse results. So what's the point? Both data and end of match results. So why bother? So yeah,
I'm going to try that. At least with one of the teams. Just let's remove individual instructions.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very different engine to what obviously different to the last 2 years. It's very different to what it was when it was in beta, and then it's come out this season. It's a very different engine, it feels like. We talk about it extensively on this week's pod. Very level-headed, because the previous one, it might have been a bit emotive.
Okay,
a bit
I like
more
it.
reactionary.
We're getting the other side of the argument now. I like it.
I even did a presentation. I didn't quite read through it, and Root made it look very pretty, but then he'd move things around, so I couldn't find what I was looking for when I was talking it through, and I wasn't on camera, so it's all good. But trying to be really objective and accepting that this is the match engine, that's fine. Doesn't mean I'm a fan of it. No, not a fan. I'm actually doing pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, and also, part of me just thinks, give it 2 weeks, we'll have another season, another engine. Let's just hope the next one's better.
Yeah, Bruce and I have been saying once they release the test engine for next season, we're going to go on mental testing it as much as we can, so we can just try and give really constructive feedback to the team. Because I don't know if you listened to Jimbo's podcast as of yet. He only came out last night.
No, I've not heard that one yet.
Yeah, he's got what's his name, Bastion on it.
Yeah,
the
it's a
guy
long
who
one
worked
I
on the
saw.
match engine and stuff. Yeah, it was really interesting, and it was like, obviously they can run loads and loads and loads and loads, but how they test and what they do for testing, and obviously they can run hundreds of them, but across the MFL universe, there's thousands of games. So of course things are going to come up. So it'd be really interesting to see if people are giving constructive feedback, how that might work out for us for next season. But yeah.
Dan's doing the same as you. Dan's not putting individual instructions on. They play like they've never played Return That Live. So
I did that for both attacking and defensive purposes, because it was like the new defensive AI. It's like it went to pop as soon as I put it on. You can just tell there's lots of errors and inconsistency. And the same with the attack. The attacking moves break down so much more. And yeah, I think there is a bit more of a meta. Bruce was talking about it. He feels there's a meta way to play now. It's not like a meta formation, but a way of playing, which isn't great. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's a challenge everyone's got to try and work out. Some people got a hold of it quicker than others. Took me quite a while. The bit I struggled with was I like to use data, like a proper Moneyball approach, but to my tactics.
Yeah. And
the data was all over the bloody show. Didn't matter what I did. The data was all over the show, especially compared to previous engines. So I was just like, either variance is up big time, or it is just extremely variable about team performance and stuff, which I'm not a massive fan of. Because
Ricky says, what defensive AI?
Yeah, it doesn't mean the defensive AI doesn't mean they're very intelligent. I've got many examples when they're not.
Yeah, this season, I really wanted 3 at the back to work. So with my 2 reserve teams, I set them all up with 3 at the back. And it was worse. Like, even though there was 3 of them, they were just losing one strike. They had one striker to mark, and every goal I conceded was the 3 of them just like wandering around. I'm like, there's more of you. This formation's supposed to be more defensive.
I shared one in the engine feedback with my defender basically running away from the striker. Literally, he picked it up like 40 yards from goal and ran straight at the net. And my left back went, yeah, he was literally next to him, and then just buggered off elsewhere. And I was like, what? Like, what are you doing? And I saw one today, actually. I was in one of the cup games. I scored a goal, and I was like, ugh, my opponent's AI, that wasn't good. That was a bit nasty. Can't remember which team it was now. I only really watched the games of the ones where I needed to get something out of them to go through. But yeah.
Out of a sort of rough percentage, how many teams have gone through to the next round of the cup?
21 out of 27. I worked it out before I jumped on the pod. Yeah, majority of them as well that haven't gone through are the ones that I went, you know what, I'm going to prioritize the cup over them. It's like a bunch of Sparks and stuff like that. And maybe like one of the ice teams. Yeah, the majority of my clubs have gone through. The Plat team went through, Silver did, Iron did all my Stone teams. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, all my Stone teams went through.
Oh, nice.
The Yorkshire Team XP team didn't go through the cup, but I've got quite a threadbare squad there. I'm trying to do the league there. I hate the formation I decided I was going to run this year. I hate it. It's horrendous. I always thought I hated playing against it, so I was like, I'm going to work out how to use it. And in this match engine, I think it's dreadful.
Not doing that bad, considering you don't like the formation. You're still 4th.
Got a bit of a problem, really, because there's really tight rotations, and then 2 of my guys, the rotations between the left and the right mids, both of them got booked, so they're banned for next league game. So I don't have enough players to play left and right mid next game, which is going to be interesting.
Oh yeah, that's a tight squad. 19.
Yeah.
The 2 suspensions.
Yeah.
Oh no. Don't they know?
Yeah.
Don't they
All at
know
the same
there's only
time.
19 of them?
Yeah, not ideal. Not ideal. Yeah, I thought I was thinking about this about the mid-season break. I might try and mix this one up because this is just not working for me. I really don't like it. I might move to something that I prefer. Maybe a 3-5-2. Could probably do a 3-5-2.
Is there
3-5-2-B.
a formation you're having more fun with this in this engine? Or is it just
No.
random?
I've got a favoured formation because most of my squads are built for it, and then it could rotate into lows because I've always liked the 4-2-3-1 for the fact I can go from a 4-2-3-1 to 3-5-2-B, a 4-1-2 and 2 wide, a 4-2-2-2. I can be really flexible with most of my opponents. And in pre-season with the beta engine, I had the 4-2-3-1 working wonders. 4-1-2-1-2 was brilliant. 3-5-2-B, not bad. 4-2-2-2 was still working on it. All of it went out the window because all my testing went out the window as soon as they released this the new engine build for the season. And I was like, oh, bollocks. So, now it's 4-2-3-1 basically, and I've got a couple of variations on it. I think I'm on version 10 of my 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, that's the formation I'm having the most fun with my main team as well. Even though it's not the like on pitch, it's not. I've got weaker players like the 67 and 69. If I did a 4-3-3 attack, it would be better overall ratings. But I get better results with this one. So
it's solid.
Yeah.
What was that 4-3-3 attack?
Yeah.
Did you say
that one that no one plays?
The one that everyone plays, but I don't think it's very good this year because the worst thing that can happen in this engine is the attackers getting behind your midfield line and attacking your defensive line. That is the worst position to be in. So the 4-2-3-1 is quite helpful. They've got 2 DMs. 4-3-3 attack, very easy to get behind the midfield line if you're not careful, and then you're in a load of trouble. So I think the 4-3-3-D is actually better this year than the 4-3-3 attack.
That's what I've gone more to, 4-3-3-D, whereas last season I never did 4-3-3-D. It was always attack. So I blame the dribbling and the flip-flaps and all of the sort of that. I think that's affected it.
A lot of people were talking about this one, and we talked about it on the pod. Is dribbling better this year?
It looks better, but I don't think it is.
Correct.
Visually,
it's no better. It just looks better, and everyone's got all excited. Everyone's running more dribbling. I think that's why there's been a lot more cards as well. I think a lot of people have run more dribbling, so there's more instances of like take duels with defenders and stuff, and especially left and right mids are getting booked so often.
Yeah,
so often because they trap back, can't tackle as well, commit a foul, and get booked over an accumulation of fouls and stuff. Dribbling's no better this year. It just looks better. I agree. The mid-season transfer window couldn't come at a better time. Ooh, pack drop. Is that why? Is that what we mean?
It would be weird if the mid-season transfer window happened earlier. That's all I'm saying. Controversial take. It can't be at the beginning of the season.
To be honest, most of my transfer activity is going to involve moving players between squads. I think. Yeah,
that must take you ages. Like, how do you even start that process? Like, I need a right midfield here, so let me take it from there. And
it's a bit simpler for mine because it's not like I need a player somewhere. It's more this player is too good for this team now, or I want like that guy that left and right mid. His I've been playing him all the cup games because he's playing similar opponents, so he won't get bullied too much. But now they're out the cup, so if I move into another similar strength team who isn't still in the cup, he'll play more similar strength teams opponents. I'm doing things like that. One of my strikers went to Lego this season, so he's going to go on loan to one of Monkey's teams, one of David's teams, because he's in bronze and that team's in iron. And we're doing like a 3-way round robin like that. One's going to Monkey.
Nice.
A guy from that Monkey offered me, Bruce is going to take, and Bruce is going to give me someone else to promote. Jeez. So we're all helping each other out with these sort of 3-way sort of loans. It's like moving a goalkeeper around because I've got a guy who's part of the DAO who's got a goalkeeper that shot up this year to 89. So he's playing a better league. So I was like, well, you can go to my gold team and I can drop you down my goalkeeper down to that one because more progression for him and all that. I'm just doing loads of rotations now for giving people the best training conditions, opponents, and chance to progress, but not being too challenged in their league, because I think match ratings are quite important, to be honest, with progression.
Yeah, big
So
time.
yeah.
Right. I want a timeline of how long you spend on MFL and what you do in a day where they say, let's just like, there's no cup games, it's just league games.
Yep.
Like, give me a walkthrough day to day. You wake up, what's the first thing you do all the way to the end?
If first thing I'll be doing if I'm up and about, say I've got up, I've fed the dogs, I've let them out and all that, and I'm sitting with a cup of coffee. It's not progression time at that point, so I'm hanging fire. Is a check to see if anybody's been friendly in Meath over the night, any of my teams, because I've got loads of them, because that's interesting insight then as to what does well against what and strength of teams. I can get an idea if I've put in I've tested this tactic, so I've left it as default. So if someone friendly is it, it's more data, so I'll check that. I'll look for clubs that are listed on the market. I look at clubs, the club marketplace more than the player marketplace. So I'm looking at clubs and the prices of clubs, and I'll send out cheeky offers. Which
is that because you want a club, or is it because you just want to know the market, what the market's doing, or do you actually?
No, if I can get one for a price I'm happy for, I'll add to it, because I've always got a place to play players. I don't care the division, but I've got a price in my head that I want to aim for. And to be honest, I'm probably going to have to shift that goalpost, because the average price of clubs has gone up from what started last season, it was around $40. In the off season, we were looking at 45, and it crept up rather quick. And now it's averaging more around 50, which is not a price I want to go to as of yet, because I don't need to. So once I've done that, I'll sort of maybe check the player marketplace and a few bits and pieces. But then I'm waiting for progression. Once progression's done, I can't help but keep checking it throughout that hour window and seeing how things are getting on and see who's progressing and seeing if, like that Tizzy guy, he might not have gone +1, but has he got anything that day? Has he got any stats out of curiosity? Yeah. And then when I do sit down to do lineups, I will load the tactic into the default tactic of each club as I go to it, then go to the match that they're going to play and load the default tactic in there so it's all set up, and then just do the rotations as necessary. Anyone who's 93% or lower gets rotated out, and I prioritize like that. Once it's done, save, move on. I used to do so much more, especially with my better teams, about what they're playing, how they're playing, and all that. I just think this season's engine, I've not got a good enough handle, and I don't think the data supports it that it's worth me doing as much in that regard. And I basically work my way through all my teams doing that. All
how
27
long does that bit take? Sorting all your
tactics.
I'd
say I've got it down to quite a fine art. It'll take me about half an hour.
That's not too bad.
Just sitting there.
I would have thought more. I would have thought it would have taken at least an hour.
Well, can I share my screen when I'm doing this with you?
I don't think so.
Nay bother. Because what I don't want to do is you give away your tactics either. But in terms of the presence of doing it, if you went to one of your clubs and just went to the tactics section, then you click through. Yep, just go to this one, click on tactics, then click where it says default tactic. So you're going to change it to your team, who you're going to be playing. So the next game, there you go. There's your team. Yep, and you'll put set custom tactic. There you go, cool. Now click the player role bit next to all the names on the right-hand side. So it'll list your starting 11. There you go. I can then scan the energy column and go, okay, who needs rotating out? Sort out the rotations. Once it's done, save, move on.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that working quite well. Quite a good
Spend
process.
more time on my clubs that are stone or higher, because it's worthwhile investing in the time and how they're performing in the leagues. Ice and below, I don't care. Because I don't care what division they're in or necessarily how they're doing. Like one of my ice teams, I think they're on for promotion at the moment. It's White Rose Ascent at the moment. Yeah, the second in the league. We're joint top on 29 points at the moment. It's White Rose Ascent, and it is, if you scroll down, it's a green badge. You'll notice it straight away. That's the one. Yeah, they're second in the league now, which I wasn't expecting, because I don't think this is like a ridiculously strong ice team, or equally, I don't think this ice league is as strong as other ice leagues. There's some very strong ice leagues out there. So yeah, if they go up to stone, then I've got another stone club. I'm looking to keep them all up, and then I'll pay a bit more attention to them. But other than that, it's just home for all my players. And I think in terms of, I've got 9 clubs loaned out. I can't remember how they're all distributed. I've got a comprehensive spreadsheet with everything on. Let me have a quick nosy.
Evening Benito, evening North Ship.
I've got two Flint size loadout, 1, 2, 3, 4 Spark size loaned out, and 3 ice across various managers.
Do you check how those managers are doing, or you just kind of go, I trust them?
Don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care. Because they draft, majority of them draft from my agency. Because there's players that had to leave the game for various reasons, but they love it, and I know they're a big part of the community. So I let them draft from my agency, look after the club, and just the agreement is it's just 50% rev share to me, and then they keep the rest of it, so they can build up a bit of something if they can get back into it, and they can still keep their hand in the game. Because I'm not sure what club delegation will look like for percentages and all that, but as I trust them, I've just transferred the club over to them. We'll just go from there. So,
speaking of club delegation, we've got a good question here from Lard saying, what do you think will happen to club prices when delegation happens?
It'll go
Through
up.
the roof.
Yeah.
Time to
It'll get
invest
very
now.
competitive. Yeah. That's why you'll notice Flint sides sell quicker than Spark, because Flint, everyone's like, I can put my absolute crap in there and I don't care because they've just got somewhere to play. But realistically, anything 50 or less, you're not competitive at all. And even then, if you're talking they are common players, they're going to get beat up. It's going to happen in Flint. But Spark and Ice, you can usually pick up cheaper. Sensible. Because people have not got as many spare parts for those leagues and stuff. But that's where I was like, I don't care. Root wanted a couple of Flint clubs and stuff start the season and couldn't get them. I swapped some of my Flint licenses for a couple of his Ice and moved squads around because I just don't care. I don't care what happens to them. I just want progression in game time.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, no, it makes sense. Like, I don't think you can care with that many teams. You can't care about every single one. It doesn't. You're not got enough time.
I wouldn't have bought them for that reason either. I wouldn't. Cause I'm not that invested in them.
Yeah.
I sold my lead license. That was a bronze team because with what I had in my agency, I was like, I can't support a bronze team to the extent I want to. And so I was in touch with Bremner because I noticed he had a stone club that's a league license that Root's team should have gone into based on them doing the playoffs and all that and where they were supposed to be sent. So we did a deal where we swapped licenses and he gave me a couple of uncommon player packs to sort of make up the difference. And then Root didn't get put in that league.
Nice.
So that didn't pay out. So yeah, I've got a league license that is, well, I think they're pretty nailed on. I think Bruce is in the same league as me, actually. One of his teams is in that league. Yeah, they're 6 points clear. I actually drew a game earlier this season, not too many games ago, with having a default dummy tactic in place by accident. Because I had someone friendly in all my stone teams for a cup game. I was like, that's on off. I just put random formation in place. I played a 3-4-3 with my left back playing right mid. One of my right backs playing centre back. Yeah, DM playing left mid. It was awful. We still managed to draw. So maybe, player ratings not meaning all that much this season. It was. I covered it in the podcast. It's a bit of a joke. I should have absolutely slapped. But
something that interested me, I think you were on a Ramble stream, maybe with the Hammers, where he was saying that like he's seen centre midfielders really low ratings, but it beating teams with really good centre midfielders.
XVIX, I think he'd found an example of it. Like there was bronze, stone, something like that sort of league, maybe iron, and they played like 60 rated centre mids and they outperformed like massively, and it carried. And I'm seeing that this year. I've seen too many examples where I'm like, I should have absolutely murdered that team because they've got a number of players who are close to 60% energy, and it don't make any difference.
No.
Not in the engine, how they played, how their match starts. Didn't seem to make that much of an issue. And I can bitch and moan about it, but we're all playing with the same engine.
Yeah.
It's just more information to make informed decisions. Theoretically, I don't have to be as pissy about rotating players out of 93%, but that's my routine. That's what I do. And it means players get decent game time usually as well, so across the squad. So, it is what it is. I did notice last time I looked, though, mate, you were doing rather well.
Yeah, let's have a quick run through my 3 teams. And I guess maybe the engine kind of working in my favor because I was projected like 4th or 5th in this team. And we just beat...
Comfortably.
We just beat the top of the table team in the last game before the
Nice.
the
Is that
break.
0 losses in the first half of the season as well?
0 losses, yeah.
Hey,
And,
that's spot on, that.
that is 2 draws, and then the guy top was unbeaten, and then I've now dented his record. So second half of the season, but like it shouldn't be that close. He's got a much better team than me, much better ratings, much better players, better depth. Like this is a fairly solid team. Worst player is a 67 rated striker. That's like mid-range for my squad. So I think what I'm doing, I'm not overthinking it. And I'm just literally just throwing out 3 different formations so that I don't think people can predict what I'm doing, because I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of going, let's go that one this week. Yeah, the 2 CDMs, they're in good condition. Let's try that one. Let's go 4-3-3-D one game, and it's working for the main team. And then the other 2 teams are sort of mid-table. They're kind of projected to finish mid-table. So one of them's in the cup next round, the one that's in the Spark division, and then the Flint team's just mid-table, out of the cup. Progression. That's all we're worried about there.
Exactly. That's what those leagues are for. Unless you've got like a license you love, it's just a place to play players.
Yeah. Manito selling his Liverpool MFL team in stone. So if anybody wants that, hit Manito up. I've got an idea I'd like to run by you. What I was thinking, I've got these 3 clubs that I kind of care about. My agency kind of fits them. But I'm thinking, would it be a good idea to like have a 4th club, but it's a rotating club that I just buy in, say Spark, get them promoted and sell, and just keep repeating every season. Stack them so they definitely get promoted. Sell. Is there enough of a profit you think you can make from, say...
I'm afraid not. No. It's such a negligible difference, and you'll notice if you put a iron, say stone through to gold, go as high as you want, really. Doesn't matter how low people seem to drop prices. There's not as much of a market for higher up the divisions you go, because you need the players to substantiate it. Yeah. And really, in like stone now, I'm punching with a few of mine, but you got to have like a 75 average rated squad, so a squad of rares, roughly speaking, to be competitive and keep them up there. So it's like, not only it's the cost of the license, it's the cost of the players. And if you haven't got the players already, you've got to buy the players. And it's like that opportunity cost. Honestly, I've seen a lot of guys who are currently buying licenses for around the $50 mark or trying to get them like that. And then you'll see very shortly afterwards, they relist them. I'm like, but it's actually not selling. Like, they're not selling. You're not making loads of profit margins out of them. Yeah. But people are like, because there will be a boom, or people are looking to buy them. Whereas there's people out there legitimately want the clubs to put players into. And I'm in that mold. That's why I'm not in a rush. I've sold a load of my sort of retiring-ish players, or on the verge of retiring players, because I didn't need them with some of the progression I've had this season. I sold a Lego right back who's 32, 33. I moved him on for, I think it was 80 in the end, because one of my other right backs, who's 27, was just tear broke, and he's actually continued to pick up stats in different areas. So I'm like, well, nice. He's 31. This right back I sold. The 27-year-old's progressing quite nicely, and I've got like a 24-year-old 84 rated right back who hasn't started progressing yet because it's his first season. So I've just started doing all that. So I've got like a little bit of a war chest going on, but I'm not going mental trying to grab hold of clubs. I keep putting a few feelers out, a few offers and stuff like that. But yeah, it's very hard to sell clubs unless you're hitting that $50 mark. Licenses aren't shifting all that quick. Because like right now, there's an ICE license on for 55 that I've seen has been there for a while. There's a load of Spark licenses around 52, 53. But when they actually sell, they seem to be going for like 50. Because I constantly, it's one of those things I constantly check just to see if one's popped up. Because that's where I've got some absolute bargains in previous years. I got a Stone team that I've still got this year that was mid-table last season for like $50 because I saw it in the market. 0% rev share though. And they were also to the quarters of the cup, and I ended up going on and winning the cup with them. Whoa. So I was like, it's easy MFL. Yeah. But if someone wants out, that's the way it goes sometimes. That's why I'm quite often just checking the latest listings for the clubs. And that's why I have so many clubs.
Do you ever look at clubs that are like going to look like they're going to get relegated, for example, bottom of the table? Do you ever look at clubs like that and think I could keep them up, and then that might be a good opportunity to get them a bit lower price?
Yeah, I did that last year. There was was it Stone? Yeah, it was a Stone club because one of Root's clubs was in that league. And it's moved our leagues around again, so we're not in the same league. But they were in that league, and I knew I was going to play them and stuff. I kept them up, even though I think they were 6 points away from staying up, and I kept them up in the end. And Root sadly didn't get promoted on the last day of the season against a team he should have beaten, and he just didn't get the win and missed out so narrowly to get the playoffs. But yeah, I never view like a club purchase as it's going to be a flip for money, because I don't think that's an easy job to do at all. I think there's a lot of guys out there trying to flip players, and I think that's a risky business because the longer you hold them, the more their value drops because the utility drops. So I'm not a fan of that. Like, I've done gallery buying previously with under the guise of, if I wanted to, I can sell to protect myself. But majority of them, I've kept them. I've just used them. I've just built out my agency. Hence why I'm sitting on 748 players, which is actually quite a lot of players, actually.
You've got to be on the sort of leaderboard soon of most players. You've got to be pushing.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm having a look now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14th for that.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
No.
And I feel like it's been quite a quick progression. Quicker. Yeah, there you are.
I know I am 10th for clubs. It just won't show on the leaderboard because I've got, like, for example, one of the clubs I'm looking after that I own is one of the Dow teams. One is the OCT and XP, which we don't own. One is the Silver Club, which is a shared club. But I've got 9 clubs out on loan, which would move me to 10th because 10th spot is 32 clubs from Paper Street Soap Company. Niche name.
Very.
Yeah. What's that?
So,
Amazon guy trying to phone me. Oh, balls.
Oh, no, what? They've not gone to the other house again, have they? If they've gone to the
I
other
have
house...
no idea. Hello, I'm trying to deliver your Amazon package. I will arrive your delivery soon. Please call pets if you have them and turn on the light if it's dark. Why?
In my head, there's a guy called BigMrC or something, and he lives at the other house, and he does a podcast about, I don't know, FIFA or something, with a guy called Smoot S'mores and Loose Lee.
Yeah. Have you seen the announcement that Jimbo announced for tomorrow yet, by any chance?
No, what's the announcement?
Me and the boys are jumping on with Jimbo tomorrow evening to do the podcast, the Pat Drop stream. We're jumping on with him tomorrow evening. Yeah, all 3 of us.
Nice. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yes, Amazon. You go get your package.
All right, boys.
I hope the camera comes back when we're back. I'm going to drill into my teams a little more. I'm just going to mute Mr. K's camera. So yeah, I had a quick little update on my teams. The main team, AFC Amreezy, doing much better than I thought. Had a little wobble here. We were doing really well, and then we drew 2 games in a row. But one of those was against Blades' team. So that's a pretty well set up team. And then this team, Nen Swans, they were 3rd when we played them. Also, shout out to DQ Smooth, who has got a good team as well. He's going to be second half of the season pushing. I hope these guys don't strengthen their teams too much in the mid-season window, because I'm not planning on making any changes in the mid-season window. I'm happy with my squad. I like as well that it's mainly my players. I'm only giving away 6% rev share, which is the lowest rev share that I've ever had, 6%. So I quite like, I'll be keeping a lot of the MFL for the first time. Usually it's about 20 or 30% my loans. So, yeah. Has the package arrived, Mr. K? Have we got it?
It has. Yeah. Do you want to see my package?
I do. Oh, yeah. Go on, get it out. Show us your package. Oh, that's a big one.
Let's have a look.
It's like an unboxing video.
Now watch it have proper random crap in it. Yeah. So I've got my USB microphone. Now that's a cheap looking microphone if I've ever seen one. There should be a webcam in here. And everyone knows this well-known brand, TechNet.
If you're watching TechNet and you'd like to sponsor the channel, get in touch. TechNet, get in touch.
Well, what it does mean though now is actually tomorrow evening when Jimbo does go live for the podcast stream, I'll be able to be seen, and I'll have a much better microphone because I don't know if you can quite pick it up. Those on the stream,
let us know.
This one's held together by a piece of elastic.
Oh yes,
because the boom
DIY.
thing on the end of it broke.
Love it.
Yeah,
my microphone is on a cardboard box. I love the unglamorous drama that people will never see.
Not only that, I love the fact you've even fashioned a hole in it for the cable to go through. It's a proper professional job. That look at that.
That is the magic behind the scenes, people. Elastic bands and cardboard boxes, all out of camera.
We're professional. What can we say?
I can't believe Jimbo's trusting you guys again. So fair play to him. So
you say he was. I can't believe he's trusting Bruce because I mean Bruce was swearing like a trooper last time.
He was on form.
I didn't actually say that word either. I was very cautious not to use that word.
Same.
Also thinking about my employment. Just like the odd chance someone from my work seeing the stream and me sitting there dropping the C-bomb every 2 seconds. I thought, I want to buy a plate. What was that from SLD? I missed it.
You can't confirm whether someone will release them, which I do think is a kind of common problem that people have, especially at this time of the season.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, if you've got a player, more or less, that you have if I've got a player in my squad, he's got a place for whatever reason. If I'm then looking to sell them, if someone's going to contact me first and discuss it, like all the players are sold, not a single person has contacted and said, would you be able to release them? So my proviso is, well, I've sold them under that condition that I'm not going to release them. If someone gets in touch about it, then I probably would, to be fair, and just be fair and reasonable, but I'm not obligated to do so. But yeah, I mean, SLD, if you're looking for players, depends what level, but if you need to find some more players of some description, feel free to have a look through my agency, and if they're in one of the teams I'm owning, I might be able to move something around for you. But yeah, have a look for free, I don't mind.
Nice. I always find that I don't like buying players at mid-season window. I just feel like prices go up a bit, and
you do.
I like buying players after the window for next season. That's when I like buying players.
Second half of the season is when you're going to find bargains as well. If you want to buy players with a view to next year, that's when they start appearing on the market as a better value because people are trying to shift them before apparently everyone's going to sell them. And don't be afraid of those older players as well, especially if they've got the old ID number and stuff, because if it all pans out, you can get some right bargains.
Yeah, I've got a few sort of 30-year-olds who I was always thinking like, I'll get rid of them when they're 30. I'll get rid of them, and then now I'm like, A, can't get rid of them for the price I thought I could, and B, they're actually still really useful and still haven't got some of them retirement symbols. So let's go oldies.
Yeah, I've got a couple. I sold one guy who's got retirement symbol this season. He was a late mint anyway. He's 33, 34, but 84 rated. And someone was interested in buying him. I actually had loaned him out to Kevin. I was like, as long as he doesn't want the player now, fine, because I'm not recalling him for his loan. Sorry, I'm playing with my new toys. So I'm not recalling from his loan, and if he wants him, go for it.
How's Kev doing in Diamond? What's the
synopsis for Kev? He's getting bullied with red cards, man. He is having atrocious luck with red cards. I think a few managers are. I know Bob Orangefly, he's having a horrible time when it comes to bookings and stuff.
Yeah, Diamond's looking not great for Kev.
If you have a look at the squad, though, I would say that is arguably a plat team, realistically. But he's not one to complain about the players being given to him because obviously there's someone else's players and all that.
Yeah, but it is their weaker players, so it does make sense.
Oh, shiny!
Oh, look at that color. That looks so cool.
I don't know how to change it. I think there's a way. It looks. I like that, man. That looks cool.
Looks like you're in Blade Runner.
I know. I'm going to look so cool on the podcast tomorrow. I'm going to look like the young hip kids.
Gamble on the tombstones too. Oh, right, older players. I was like, what?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like if they've got if they've got high physical as well, that's a good one. Because yes, they'll lose energy quicker because they're retiring, but not as fast. It'll take a while to recover, but they will recover at a reasonable rate.
Yeah, oldies. Yeah. Golden oldies.
Depends on your needs. Depends on your needs and where you want to be competing.
I hate my microphone now. Now that I've seen yours has lights, I'm looking at mine and like, you don't have lights. You're rubbish.
I think there's a way apparently to change the color on it. I have no idea how.
It'd be cool if it reacted to your voice, so it could change as you spoke.
Yeah.
Red card's the worst bit about the engine. Kev said he was predicted 9th.
Was it 9th for Kev? I don't know, if I'm honest. MFL stats. Let's have a look.
Dan picked up a 77 rated centre half for £10 when he was about to turn 34. He's turned 36 and still knows. Yeah, those are the great stories. You go. That's what you want.
Yeah, if he's not got the retirement symbol, you go for, well, $10 for at minimum 3 seasons. You're talking like less than $4 a season. And if you're getting the player you want, it can be a right cost-saving piece. And then you can invest in players at different areas and let them progress a bit more and stuff. Give all players you've already got time to progress and hopefully catch up. So yeah, it's definitely a viable option. I know Monkey David, he's done a lot of that this season because he's got gold, he's got silver, he's got bronze. He just invested in loads of them. To be fair, yeah, he was predicted 8th. Oh. I'm surprised at that. I thought it would have been lower from looking at the squad. It's Napoli, then BFC Barca, GTA Ontario, Sao Paulo, then Kev's team, BFC Manchester, and then it goes up from there. Shockingly, Meta Mercenaries is top as predictions.
Back to normal.
Yeah, AI always wins.
I know Sid as well likes picking up an older player for his diamond team. I'm looking at his Los Galacticos now, and you look at his ages, it's like 36, 34, 30, a lot of plus 30s here. Youngest player is 25. And so if that's what those boys are doing, it could be...
He's a wizard. Honestly, Sid is an absolute wizard at this game. But if you look, I sometimes see when Jimbo's done his sort of splash of the week things, and I see the numbers sometimes of Sid who's bought players for, and I wince like, but I'm not looking to spend that sort of region for players. But then I suppose some people could look at some of my transfers and go, because they might not want to be spending that much on a player. It's just, for them, it's like, what's the return on success this season? How much MFL they earn, and therefore, how much can they theoretically make or reinforce and not have to spend again? Because last year, I think I opened 2 rare player packs and then just sold uncommon player packs for like $20 a pop, and just did that to fund a load more club purchases because I needed a few more just to fill out the rest of my agency to have places to play them. So realistically, this mid-season, end of this season, I don't actually need any more players. I can just stick with what I've got and I'd have enough players for all the teams. Whether I do that or not, I don't know. I think everyone says they're not going to buy a pack drop, and then maybe.
And they're like, I bought 3. Whoops.
Oops. Tell you what I won't be doing is buying a rare pack. No thanks.
No, I'm the same. I'm like, I've been stung. Stick to kickoffs and the limiteds.
Been stung too often. And resale. I know one of the guys I own one of the clubs with, he bought a rare pack, and it just didn't shift. And it was the cheapest on the market by a long way. He just couldn't shift it. And in the end, he ended up opening it because it was like almost going on for a week later. But the players you get out of it, you have to do really bloody well to get players of the same monetary value as the cost of the pack these days. So, yeah, it is a tricky one. A very tricky
Rares
one.
Are so cheap. The 83 plus market, I'm trying to improve my iron team, is a pain. Yeah.
I'm now scanning my agency to see if there's anything obvious.
If they're cheap, Lard, why is it a pain?
I think it's trying to find the 83s because they usually contracted as well. There were not many free agents on the market if you have a look. So if I do that now, overall 80, minimum 83. Let's go to 85. Let's push the boat out and I simplify that to free agents. There'll be loads of players who have just been packed, like people have been buying packs, and they're all silly money. Yeah, they're all silly money looking at this. Yeah. If we go low to high for overalls as well, So the cheapest free agent on the market is an 83 cam, 30 years old, and he's only 83 because he's got 95 dribbling. Other than that, he's got fairly mediocre stats. And he's not progressed since the age of 24.
Oof. Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, there's a retirement symbol. Yeah, he would retire in 2 seasons because there's a decent-looking striker, 83 rated for 40, but that's quite a lot for 2 seasons, $20 a season, 83 rated. It might not be for some, I suppose. Actually, let's do price low to high. Yeah, he's the cheapest. And then that Cam's there as well. Yeah, it's a tough one. Selling in this market is very tough.
Yeah.
Very tough.
Yeah, I wanted to sell a few players this season, couldn't sell them. I'm looking at the club thing, and you're totally right. I mean, if I buy the Flint club, lowest 52, lowest Spark club is like also 52.
Yep.
Lowest Ice club, 55. It's like.
And then you go to Stone, because Stone's a bit more of a jump in terms of MFL potential earnings in the league.
Okay, so 65.
It's not going to be wildly different because you'll get some Stone teams that. I know I looked the other day and I was like, there's a really cheap Stone club on the market and they're registered in the league. And I was like, okay, they had 1 player registered to the club. Like that Stone team there, it's got 12 players. That cheapest one there, it's got 12 players in it. And they have started forfeiting games. They've forfeited 2 cup games and a league game now. So they're like 2 games away from forfeiting all rewards. And even in the mid-season window, you can only bring in 3. You'll never recover enough fitness.
All right. I'll just put that plan well out of my head. That is not happening.
I know a few guys who've tried to do that, though. And I think if you can get a club, say a Stone club, super, super cheap and get them to a good position, maybe find the cup, people are more inclined to pay maybe, I don't know, $5 more, $10 more than the average. If they can see the rev share is there, so they're getting the MFL at the end of the season, they're more inclined to buy. But it's not a budding way to make money on this game. It really isn't. I don't think this is really a game for trying to make profit. Not really.
No. Sometimes I hear people saying things like, oh, I'm buying him so I can sell him in a few years. Buy him under 21, sell him. And I'm always like, just enjoy the game, guys.
It's a lottery ticket. Because I don't know how many people you've got watching right now, but how many of them have actually read the white paper? Because if you haven't, do, because it will give you sort of, if a player was minted at this age, what is the chance of them growing by insert 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6 sort of ranges of player development? That's the one. It gives you like percentage estimations of them. It's not that high. So, yeah, percentage chance for a player generated at 24, 25 years old. There's a 20% chance they'll only go up by 1 or 2 in overall. 40% for 3 to 5 plus in overall. 31 for 6 to 9, which, yeah, some of these younger players, that's not too bad. But then if you're looking at the 10 to 15 plus overall, 7%. 16 plus, 2%.
Wow.
And that's minted at 24 and 25. I think it can vary based on younger players. They've got more potential. But you might not see that until they hit their prime age, whereas their prime age could be 27. So they might slowly creep, and then something go boom, and then peak off again. It's all a bit of a gamble, really.
It is.
View players when you're buying them of how many years, if you buy young players, how many years of utility will I get out of them when I am buying them? And then go from there. Not financial advice.
Yeah, I think the gamble element of the game, though, is partly what makes it fun, though, because progression would be so boring if we checked every day and everybody went up +1 and we were like, yay, everyone's
totally.
Yeah.
Totally. And everyone's going to hate progression. Progression's crap this season unless they're getting progression. Same as, realistically, the match engine's crap because I'm not getting results. There is a correlation in terms of your sentiments towards how good a thing is based on how well you're doing with it. Which is something I talked about in the pod about this season's match engine. Because what I'm really looking forward to is the mid-season report.
Yeah. Get your
I am looking forward
robot
to that.
brain around that.
Well, I'd like to have a look at it and digest it and see what I think, basically, of it. Because what I was pointing out in the pod, I was talking to you earlier, my data says no individual instructions does really well. It's not like MFL have done a study on this, but they've got access to way more data than I do. So if they looked at that idea and concept and checked all their database, the picture might be completely different. So
yeah, definitely.
it's just one of those. I can only go on the sort of data I do have. But what I was finding is the average range in stats like shots or XG. You might get an average of 10 shots a game. In previous seasons, it'd be like the lowest I was getting is 7 in a game, and the highest I was getting is about 14. This year, it's like 2 and 20. Yeah. There's a massive gap in the range, but the averages are about similar, which just makes it, from a data point of view, almost impossible to judge how good a tactic is. But it is what it is. It's a different type of challenge. I'm just trying to see what I can do. Anyway, Slippery Fish is still here. Piss off. He's posting in the a Discord with the guys that I own the shared clubs with, and he's taking the piss. Yeah, he's taking the piss out of me. I don't know if he's just saying that I've got a shit haircut, or he's just saying I look really young. I suppose one's a compliment.
Could be. Yeah, it could
be. Yeah. Say that. Look at CM85 Aliage.
Here he is.
Oh, you're in transfer market. Let me go back to it because I've clicked off it now. Yeah, man. Where are we at?
Seems okay. Well, I mean, I don't really know about the value. I mean, as a player, it looks really good, but $220.
Oh, has he sent a link? 25. I need to find him to have a look at him properly. I don't often look for players like this. All players, name. Come on. Yash. Let's have a nosy. So you won't get him this year because he's currently contracted unless you can get hold of the manager. He's a centre mid. In 89 passing, 19 dribbling. I like his physical and I don't mind his shooting. His defence is not the best for 85, but depends how you play. Not bad. He wouldn't go up at Cam, would he? Might be, maybe. Would he get any better at Cam? He's got high passing and high dribbling. Shooting's not great, so probably not. But he's not very mobile, so it depends on what your other midfielders are looking like. I suppose it depends what you're running as well. But if you want him for this season, you're going to have to try and secure that. His tier broke this year because he was 84 up until this year. Has he just had one?
I think
stat
just one,
increase
right?
Yeah, he's gone +1. Is that the only stat improvement he's had over this time, though? That's what I'm now curious about. Like, how many of his stats have actually got better? Physical, nope. Dribbling, nope.
Passing's like the only one.
Yeah, passing's gone from 86 up to 89 during his career. Shooting hasn't changed. He's gone up in one in pace and not changed in defending. So he's not picked up loads of stats, but if he was on for a tier break, sometimes that's the case. So it is a bit of a gamble, really, as to which way he'd go. How much is he on for?
He's been offered him cheaper and willing to release, apparently.
Oh, if he's been offered cheaper and he's open to releasing
him.
83 cam. So he's got a bit of versatility. And you said you were in iron as well.
And he's playing 4-3-3.
Depends on the price you're going to get and where would... Yeah, so you can see him in a 4-3-3-A. I would query how good is your other midfielder if you're going to play centre mid, because if they're both slow... problem, because they can get him behind your midfield too easily. I like his passing. I like his dribbling. I won't lean into the dribbling. You just know he's good at duels in that regard. Make use of his passing. It depends on the price. And then if you did get him in iron, is that helping you secure promotion? Is that helping you push up to bronze so it's worth a bit more MFL return at the end of the season? Those are the sort of questions I'd have to weigh up with it. But yeah, I suppose the price.
I'm curious as to how your brain works here. What is like the ideal midfield that he would be joining? Like, what would be there already?
What would be there already? It would be a midfielder who is a very much an all-rounder. You'll have this with a lot of players where they're a striker, where their shooting is incredibly high, but their pace and dribbling and physicality is quite average. Or cams are a common one. You'll get really high dribbling or super high passing. Physical, shooting, and pace are all crap, but that one start, because it's heavily weighted in their overall calculation, it shoots them up. So if I'm looking at a centre mid, even though I don't run them, I'd like to see above 60 pace, 65 ideally, 70 is a good sweet spot so they can get around the pitch. Reasonable physicality. I like this guy's physicality. 70 defending is not bad, not really. for what you want it to do. And then all the other stats are quite nice. But there's a reason why it's 85, because if this player turned into what I've just described, it'd probably be 87 rated. So, yeah. I do subscribe to the idea, no matter what players you get in, it's how you use them.
Yeah, definitely. Hoodwink's in the pub with Kev.
Up the ramble.
That should be a stream, Hoodwink. That should be a ramble episode. You and Kev in the pub.
Yeah. There'll be Kev there moaning at Hoodwink about the match engine, and Hoodwink saying how good the match engine is because he's doing well this season. Yeah.
It's the best engine ever. It's the best engine ever.
Yeah, they'll be arguing over the validity of how good the engine is.
I can see Kev storming out of that one, just in a rage, saying he's going for a cigarette and never returning.
It's been a frustrating engine. It's definitely been a frustrating engine, but it's a fair engine. Everyone's got the same engine to compete in. I just don't like it. Yeah. It's when you've got. I've said this before earlier on in the season. I was like, I've got wins where I'm like, I'm not happy that I've got a win because I don't feel like I've earned it. I feel like I've just done well on a dice roll, which that's not the way I like to play MFL. I like to feel like I've outsmarted my opponent. And equally, if I've done a shit job at tactics, I get punished for it. Like that example I gave you. See if we can find that game for you super quick, and I'll send it over in Discord so you can have a quick look at it.
Yeah, send it.
There's just no way I should have got a draw at this game. And even the stats aren't that heavily weighted one way or the other. Not really. I've just pinged it to you directly on Discord. It's up to you if you want to bring it up, but I can't believe that game turned out how it did.
Let's have a butchers.
So yeah, there you go. I mean, he was playing 5 at the back, so it serves him right. But yeah, if you go to my overalls on my squad, you'll see what happened.
Oh wow!
And it's a 4-2-3-1 that I just chose a random formation and just press save because I just didn't really.
Did you know he was going to play 5 at the back?
No, I didn't mean to play this formation. I'd gone through and saw it was like a double game day. It was like a cup, then a league game. And I'd played the cup team with the actual team. I had this saved as default just to throw this guy off because one of my stone teams was in his group and he kept testing against all my other stone clubs. So I just put bogus tactics in all of them so he got nothing from it. So I was like, sod off. It's like, test against a 4-2-3-1 as much as you wish. Don't test against my 4-2-3-1 just because I've got so many clubs. But I must have not have swapped this team and put a team in. So he just played the default, which was a 3-4-3, bastardized 3-4-3 from a 4-2-3-1. And as you can see, the left back's playing right mid, the DM's playing left mid, the right mid is playing centre back. There's a Cam at centre mid who's never a centre mid in his life. There's so many players out of position, but. Look at the match stats. Yeah, he had more shots. We've got very similar. I've created better chances per shot.
Yeah,
over the course of the game.
Mad.
How? I would have been fuming at this guy.
Yeah.
If I was this guy, I would have been fuming about it. And the irony is, a 5-2-3 that I've seen is actually quite good against a 4-2-3-1. If you get your tactics right, I've noticed that. And this guy is sitting in 10th. So that should have been another 2 points to him. Those 2 points move him up to 7th in the league.
Even player
things
condition.
like that. I got it wrong. I didn't get punished.
He's even got a fully fresh squad here. They look like they're all like near 100. You've got.
It buggered up my fitness rotation because some guys needed to rest that game. But
it's a great engine.
This is the point. This is the bit I'm finding frustrating. I should have been punished for that because I made an absolute error. Didn't get punished. Yeah, benefits me. I'm not happy about it though. I don't want to get I don't want to get rewarded for doing a shit job. I want to feel like I'm rewarded when I do well and punished when I don't. Accepting the fact that it doesn't matter how good you can perform in stats, you cannot get the result because there's always variance. Fine, like there is in world football, you can dominate a team and lose 1-0.
Yeah.
Like what was it? Sporting beat PSG. Did you hear what Luis Enrique, the PSG manager, said after the game? Yeah. But absolutely correct. That is the way things work, and it's evident in this as well. But it just doesn't feel like that this year. It's just so odd.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Odd
I
engine.
think because Holiday Heroes was so fun, they may be getting away with it a little because we're still riding on a bit of a high. Season
And
12,
not
we've got to
everyone,
sort
feels
it out.
like not everyone feels the same way I do, and that's fine. Some people love this engine. Good. That's a good thing. It's just I don't. And where I was at with the podcast, I was trying to explain managers who are similar to me, and I don't want to speak for other managers, but people who like doing testing or like being really meticulous and really finessing everything to do with it. It just doesn't feel like you get rewarded for doing it.
Yeah, no.
But anyway, I'm going to stop harping on about it. Is this the guy, this Solid Lard wanting a player to go in this team?
Yeah, so let's finish the episode rounding up our I think it's been quite interesting taking this transfer example and analysing the player, seeing where he'd fit. So let's finish off looking at the
definitely.
squad. He's trying to get promoted, so he's being he wants probably a big push second half of the season. Midfielders who he's currently got. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm just having a quick nosy. Oh, this is the club that he won on the Pat Drop stream, wasn't it? Something the Christmas one.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I like this. Let's have a look. Yeah, you've got a good iron squad there, mate. Yeah, very good iron squad. This is, well, arguably, this is a competitive bronze team, if not just about holding its head above water silver team.
Do you think he needs to sign that guy then? If he looks like he's got a good squad, going to get promoted?
He's playing 4-3-3-A on the regular. He's got a few cams. I don't know how good some of these CMs are at cam. He's got 4 players who can play CM. I can see why he might want to, because I don't know how good some of these with dual positions are, if they're any good at CM.
Yeah.
And if the guy can also play cam, it's a bit more of an option. Wingers, yeah, he's got a few options there. Striker. I like the fact he's got a very strong striker. That makes a big difference. Strong goalkeeper would make a world of difference as well, because I think those are the two positions you want to be really stacked in.
Yeah.
Does he need it? No. If you look at the league, no, he's doing very well. He's got 1 loss, 2 draws, plus 19 goal difference. Yes, he's got a guy, 2 teams fairly close, 4 points behind. I don't know how he did against those teams, Goth Viking, because that's the tipping point for me. How good are you compared to you? He lost to second place earlier in the season, and Victoria.
He lost 5-1 to Goth Viking.
Yeah, what did they play out of curiosity? Oh, 3-4-3. Okay. Yeah, I think the 3-4. I actually do like the 3-4-3 this season. I think irony after showing that game before, I fucked up and I still played a 3-4-3 and got a draw. But I do think it is a good formation this year. And he had a red card.
That proves the 4-3-3 it works. That proves it's a good formation because you put random plays in there and it still drew.
You can jam your way to a point. Yeah. Do you need it? No. What I will say with any play, do not get blinded by the overall. Mm-hmm. It's so easily done. So easily. Especially at centre mid. And same with the wide mid, left mid and right mid. Everyone talks about this all the time because it doesn't take pace into account for the overall. Like one of my right mids is, he's 33 now. Where is he now? Mr. Aquino. I'm sure he's 33, 34, but he's got ridiculous stats for a right mid, but he's 82 rated. But he's ridiculous for his stats. Yeah, 82 rated. He's 82 rated, 33 years old. 93 passing, 85 dribbling. Only 78 physical, 43 defending. 73 shooting, not bad for a right mid. 92 pace.
That is bonkers.
But as a right mid, great. He's got so much utility, and my wide mids tend to play like wingers. Is what I'm going for. But he doesn't have right wing. Oh, he's also 6'5", and left-footed. I don't know if that makes any difference, but he's left-footed. But that right mid would be arguably better than some of the other right mids I've got. Who I've got an 85 rated right mid, who is better in physical and especially better in defending, which is good in the 4-2-3-1. Yeah, he's the 85 rated one. Aquino is the third one down if you're looking at my right mids. I would argue, for attacking purposes, Aquino's a better right mid than that 85. Yeah. The guy who's 85 rated is good if you want to be solid and defensively minded. So you're not the strongest team in your league. That's the sort of player I go for. as you are, and sentiment in your formation is going to be a pivotal role to make it successful and be solid. That guy, honestly, I wouldn't buy him.
It sounds like he's leaning towards not buying him too, because he says lack of progression too is concerning him.
Yeah, unless you get a banging price on him, and you can look at that guy and go, okay, it's going to cost me X amount per season, and it's going to guarantee that push to promotion and help me stay in bronze so I can earn that decent MFL. I'm going to perform pretty well in that league. I don't see it. I think you've got a bronze team already. I don't think you need to strengthen it. The only place I would strengthen if you get promoted is goalkeeper.
Solid advice.
I personally wouldn't buy him.
Yeah. Mr. K, I could listen to you talk about MFL for like 10 hours. Like,
let's do it.
There's a marathon stream one day. It's like, I just love how your brain works. I love just hearing you talk. I love the Yorkshire TXP podcast. I love just listening to you boys. I love listening to everybody talk about MFL. But you and James, the two of you recently have become my favorite people to just listen to, because you're just both half human, half robot. And when you're on the same stream, I get nervous that the half robots are going to fuse and take over all of us. So be careful with James.
Skynet.
yeah. This is how it starts.
I love talking to James. I really, really do, because he's also really passionate about the game. I love talking to anyone about MFL, because if you're passionate about it, it's one of those things that, I don't know about you, but can you talk to your missus about MFL?
No. I mean, I try, but it doesn't go well.
Yeah. I don't bother. It's pointless. She doesn't know what I'm talking about. She'll humour me, but she doesn't know what I'm talking about. I mean, Bruce can sort off, because I know his missus actually plays and actively supports
that's
him.
Not fair. That's cheating.
Jammy bastard. Sort off.
Yeah.
Hello, Mrs. Bruce. But yeah, having more people to talk to about it is just the best. Yeah, no worries, mate. No worries at all. I don't think if you're looking for strengthening that iron team, I don't think I've realistically got anyone to loan for you to this season, especially centre mid, because it's not really a position I have. No, not really.
But you don't need it, SLD. You got it. You got it.
Yeah. You're in a good position.
And the engine doesn't change mid-season, so it should be the same second half. He says cheekily.
Ooh, maybe. Let me have a look. I've got a guy, SLD. Maybe. I'll have to have a look at the squad composition for this squad. But this guy would be perfect for a 4-3-3-A. He's not as high rated, but for what you need him to do, he'd be much better suited. I just need to have a look at that club that he's in to see if I could shuffle things around and what backups I've got. But yeah, I've just pinged it over to you, Amreezy.
Nice.
So I don't think I've got SLD on Discord. I'm not sure. Right back, centre back, right back. I'd have to get myself into the right back into that squad. Then I might be able to do it.
Michael Ramon's the player in question here, lad.
If I can get myself into the right back in this squad that he's in, maybe another DM in there. Probably get away without the DM. It's another right back I'd need for rotation. If I can get another right back in that squad, I won't mind releasing him for you. Because he would be just, he's not going to do anything like massively attacking, but you can see he's just the all-rounder. He's got the pace, he's got the defending, he's got the physical, he's got the passing. He's also 8-2 at right back. That's why I use him there.
Oh, nice. Don't see many CM/right back combos.
No, I bought him on purpose for that reason. So yeah, might be able to do something there for you, mate.
Start sliding in those DMs, lad.
Yeah. Come on, you sleazy so-and-sos. Sneak into my DM.
What do we need to promote? First of all, go check out Yorkshire Tea if you've not done that already, but I'm assuming you all have. I think the big one to promote then is Jimbo's Pat Drop stream.
Pat Drop stream tomorrow.
All the Yorkshire Tea boys. Root's going to be tired because he's on with me at 6:30 that day, so he better have the stamina to do both streams.
Well, I'm just saying that I don't know if he's cleared it with his missus yet. So...
It might just be you and Bruce then on a Jimbo stream. He might have been wasting his coupons.
Yeah. Well, he was saying that on Sunday when we were doing the pod, it was his missus' birthday. So he was trying to wrap it up because he was supposed to go. He was in a bit of a doghouse. And we were just saying you'll have to give Mrs. Root a good evening, shall we say.
You got to make up for it. Give her a present.
So if Root's there on both of them, we can either assume that Well, I suppose it goes both ways. Actually, it could be he did do a good job, or he didn't, and she's not interested anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, they did a good job, or she might not be there anymore.
Yeah, I'm not interested anymore. Yeah,
She's gone wander. She's
yeah,
sick of the
actually, I'm
NFL
all
chat.
right.
Mate, thank you for coming on. Thank you for everyone for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with Root at 6:30, same time. And next week, Bruce, because I wanted all the Yorkshire T-Boys in a row, but Bruce can't do the Tuesday, but he'll do the Wednesday next week. And then Tuesdays between two people. I'll let you know who it is. See you next week.